Hi, I'm Steve Williams and this is Scooter in the Sticks. Today I'm going to talk about something that comes up a lot with the Royal Enfield Himalayan. Is it capable of riding on interstate highways? So I'm due to have the Pennsylvania safety inspection done on this motorcycle, and I have a 35-mile ride to Kissel Motorsports in Tyrone, Pennsylvania. And usually I plan a meandering back roads approach to that, but since we had some heavy rains, I didn't want to deliver the motorcycle to the shop covered with mud. So I'm going to jump on the interstate highway system and provide a few reflections of what it's like to ride this motorcycle at speeds anywhere from 55 to 80 miles an hour. So let's get rolling. The speed limit on the expressway near my home is 55 miles per hour. That's easily managed by the Himalayan. Unfortunately, most vehicles are traveling 5 to 10 miles an hour faster than the posted speed limit. It's not an issue here because traffic is relatively light, but with heavy traffic, you can feel obliged to go faster. After a few miles, the road merges with Interstate 99, and the speed limit rises to 65 miles an hour. Again, easily managed by the Himalayan. On this afternoon, there's a heavy crosswind that's beating me around. Add to that the blast from passing cars and trucks, and it's an active riding experience on a naked motorcycle. One I'm not particularly enthused to put up with on the Himalayan, or any motorcycle for that matter. I'll get back on the interstate highway later. Right now, I have a few other things I want to attend to. First, I want to be clear about the Himalayan and wind blast. If I wanted to put up with it, the motorcycle is certainly capable of riding in that wind. Its response to the wind was not unlike my BMW K75C motorcycle, which was 150 pounds heavier. And even bikes with full fairings aren't immune to the buffeting of a crosswind. But enough of that, though. I got off the interstate mainly because I wanted ice cream. And that's another tale of minor woe. Despite a sign along the road saying they were open for ice cream, there was nobody home. You might think that's no big deal, but for an old man who's had a hot fudge sundae on his mind for the past 20 miles, it's a mini catastrophe. But I'll buck up and move on to Kissel Motorsports and my appointment to have the motorcycle inspected. Thank you, sir. Something odd occurred while I was looking at all the motorcycles. While I was waiting for the inspection to be completed, I called my wife, and she asked if I saw anything interesting. She's warmed a bit to my blabbering about buying another motorcycle. And it shocked me to say that I didn't see a single machine I'd be interested in owning. Something is definitely wrong with me. After 30 minutes or so, I was on my way back to the interstate highway. When I got back on the highway, the wind had died down, and it was a lot easier for me to assess how the Himalayan was going to perform. The speed limit here was 70 miles an hour, and the motorcycle easily found that speed. And even up some of the long grades towards the top of Bald Eagle Ridge, it could do that speed. And 75 miles an hour was possible at about 5,800 RPM. Once or twice, I let the the bike run up to 80 miles an hour for a few seconds. But it's clear to me that the Himalayan is comfortable in the 55 to 65 mile an hour range, maybe even up to 70. At least that's the range that I found comfortable. And even though I usually don't choose to ride on the interstate highway, if I had to, I could probably ride all day and the Himalayan wouldn't blink. My 2022 Royal Enfield Himalayan was not designed for interstate highway use any more than my Vespa GTS was, but both can function adequately on those kind of roads if push comes to shove. Not my choice, but from a practical point of view, they can both be ridden on 4-lane highways. How comfortable that will be will depend on the specifics of the highway, traffic speed and density, and your own personal comfort level. For me, if I have to, I won't hesitate to take my Himalayan on an interstate highway. So when the question arises, can I ride the Himalayan on the freeway? My answer is sure, but why would you want to? And if most of your riding is going to be on an interstate highway, then you'll be better off with something bigger, heavier, and more powerful. So that wraps things up for this video. Until next time, I'm Steve Williams, and this is Scooter and the Sticks.